Okay, it is 9:24 a.m. May the 19th, 21. I guess it goes with the saying. What is the saying? Is something like sell in May and go away? So here's the thing. Overall markets are not looking too nice. Kind of looks like it's taking a dump. We can go back further to a yearly chart. It's just starting to not look so good. This could be like an official, probably not, but it's starting to just look bad. This could be, in theory, worst case scenario, a lower high, right? No. Yeah, a lower high. I get the wording confused sometimes. Lower high, higher low, lower low. It's just not looking so good, the overall markets. On top of that, Bitcoin's actually not doing that well either. It could just be like a great dip buy opportunity to get in from, last year's levels, but it might not be the case either. I guess not last year, but earlier this year. Just a nice drop. I actually had some Bitcoin positions, not in Bitcoin, but other stocks. I'm not going to disclose, but I joined that Crypto Rocket service and I traded it. I didn't follow their alerts, but I did look at their tickers and then make my own plans from it, and I sold those positions yesterday just because I didn't like the way Bitcoin was looking in the overall charts, and I didn't like how it was right at 40k. So kind of happy I got out of my positions there, and yeah, it's just gonna be a bit cautious today. GGII potential morning panic bounce setup. Same with GVSI, same with HTZGQ. Would like it if it drops more today, like a big drop. LTNC, nothing, unless it does a clean one. And then RX, I'm going to remove it, put it in the other watch list. It's just going to be, watch. Because the markets are doing so bad, I do have a fear that, dip buy setups might end up being like catching a falling knife, or trying to catch a falling knife, where it's having a nice morning panic, you buy and it just keeps dropping because the overall markets are taking a dump. So I'm going to play it somewhat cautiously, not going to try trading a larger position size. I do need to keep working on holding my positions longer. That's something I need to work on, but I'm going to not be that ashamed if I sell a position too early just because of the overall markets. Just gonna play it safe, but that is something I need to work on, is just holding my positions longer. That's all I got for the moment. 3 minutes till the market opens. Alright, it's 9:36 a.m. I did try to get executed, but really it was a bit late. Could have been executed, just didn't like really the price execution, the way it was trading. 933 was right here, and my limit was 735, so that would have been pretty good. It is crossing just slightly above VWAP, so I'd probably be selling right here in the 78s, at least a little bit. I just don't like this stock. I don't know if you can tell, but it got as high as 80 here. We had a drop, and then this candle was so disgusting, right? It opens here at 756. It got as high as 80, right? I think it got as high as 80, if not right at 80, and then it got as low as 71 in the same candle, and then it did something a little similar here in 933. This thing just traded like trash, so I don't think too many people bought this stock, but hey, this is doing the run up now. It's just gonna be a watch maybe for a higher low or something like that, but I did miss that one. GVSI didn't really do a morning panic, and HTZGQ did one, but the range was small. From 574 to 543, that's 30 pennies on a 50-cent stock. The range just wasn't that nice. I'll be looking for setups, but there's nothing clear at the moment that I want to trade. Alright, 939, I think the next minute later. Geez, I wish I could short. If I were able to, I would be considering a short, risking it off of 90. This just seems like such a nice short opportunity. Overall markets are doing bad. Had a morning panic, not looking good in the 30-day chart. Obviously, it can go green on a day. That's what you risk, right? You risk it going green, or I guess in my case 90. But I don't know. Shorting is a bit hard at the moment, but I'll be looking forward to maybe if it makes an inverse head and shoulders here, or higher low, lower low, double bottom. It's just going to be a watch. Okay, it's 9:49. I don't see anything that I want to trade. Markets look so bad. I almost feel like calling it off early so I can study and do some other things, but GGII doing a sketchy triangle. If I was short, I'd probably be covering some shares here just in case it breaks 90, just because it's making this sketchy looking triangle, if not all of it. But again, just, lower highs, and then we got higher lows, so it's gonna go either direction. Don't like sketchy triangles. GVSI looks like hieroglyphics. HTZGQ was looking towards panic, like a follow-up to put up a higher low, but it's holding itself a bit too nicely here. They're doing a very good job, and I don't know who's they, but it's just holding itself very nicely considering how it looks. LTNC, nothing I want to trade. So yeah, probably no setups today. I'll look at what's up on the day. If there's any nice percent gainers, which right now seems like maybe, I think I saw this yesterday. It's on the second day. I might watch this for a breakout past 50, but it's just kind of sketchy right now. I'll consider it, but that's all I got at the moment. Okay, it's 10:41 a.m. I just want to make an update. I haven't really been looking at the markets that much, but yeah, GGII. That was a short opportunity, a little sketchy because they had a triangle right there, but that would have been kind of easy to get a short in the 88s, 89s, at least when I was looking at it, and maybe a sell like right here because it broke down VWAP at 79, would have gotten the 77s, and then we have this follow-up spike, just put up a lower high here, just nothing I want to trade. GVSI is doing a slight uptrend, but it's nothing I like. HTZGQ, this one I don't like how it gradually went to that VWAP level, so it wouldn't have been a buy for me there. I wouldn't have randomly bought this either. This was kind of sketchy. INCC, had I been paying attention closely, I would have considered this buy right here a first, dip under VWAP. That would have been a nice setup from 44 to 50, and I did see it here. I wanted it to do like a spike where it gets to like 65, something crazy, and then it kind of drops towards that 50 level, give or take. That would have been a confirmed breakout setup. That didn't happen here. We do see, at least I see, a bit of a inverse head and shoulders, although not perfect. Right about here at 45, now at 50. Probably should have paid attention to this one a little closer. LTNC, I like how it's trying to break 3. I like how it's up today on such a bad day. It's actually, right now it seems like it's going to actually try putting up a second day. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, I like how it's trying to put up a second green day, which is impressive. Maybe this can be something to buy. I mean, if you look at, it's not an exact science, of course, but it seems like every day, or every time there's a second green day, there's a follow-up. We have a second green day, opens here, gets a little higher, second green day, uptrend. This is a bit sketchy right here, but it did uptrend. Second green day, uptrend. This one actually had a red day, but we had a gap up. Second green day, it gapped up to 58 from 52. Second green day, I might consider a buy. Just a small position, and I'll hold it. It won't be a day trade, it'll just be somewhat of a swing trade. That could be a possibility. Would like it to dip towards VWAP again. The range isn't too much, but I mean, yeah, it's almost a cent. I'll be watching this. I mean, I don't, think I'll trade it, but there's a chance I might trade it. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I don't see any clear setups. I've been looking at a lot of Bitcoin stocks. Well, a lot of cryptos. I've been looking at a lot of cryptos. And I do have like a long-term position in BAT, and I did buy some at like 64 cents. on the dip, right? But it wasn't that much. I might consider some crypto trade setups, but right now I don't see anything here with the regular stocks. Besides INCC, I definitely missed that. Put up somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders. Not perfect because they had that wick here, and it was right at the head level, but definitely first dip under VWAP here. Okay, it is 2:33 p.m. Haven't really looked at the markets, but INCC could be a potential, maybe a buy towards a strong close. Overall markets are getting much better. SPY, now we're just down a little, but still looks bad, but it's uptrending, I guess. I just have to be cautious, but one thing I like about it is that this thing is just holding above this breakout over 49. So that in and of itself is pretty good. It's just going to be a watch, really. These things are kind of hard to get in and out of because it's a sub penny, and the way it trades is not really the best. LTNC ended up being red on the day, so, take back that idea. If it doesn't close nicely at the end, and it might not have much time for it, the idea is over. I never wanted to buy right under 3 because that's like a super important level. It was important back here. Made an inverse head and shoulders, if you want to call it here. Just a super important level, 3 cents. So that's kind of what threw me off from trading it, despite how good an idea it seems. It's just not going to be something I want to trade. Potential, not if it spikes this much. I don't know where exactly it was. I thought it was at 52. Anyways, just going to be a wash. ATZ, GQ, don't. This guy's sketchy, man. This thing is holding itself very well. GVSI, nothing I want to trade. GGII, nothing I want to trade either. It's just going to be a watch. Maybe I'll consider INCC, but I doubt it. Alright, it is 6:08. I'm just going to call it off here for the rest of the day. I have to. The markets have closed for 2 hours. And really, no trades today. I did have an attempt here with GGII. Really bad execution. Not execution, but bad price action right there. It was just wicky as crap. It was horrible, but I tried. I didn't get executed, which is fine. It did do that morning panic bounce play where it kind of holds itself right, and then it does a bounce. It breaks VWAP, and you just sell slightly above it. Although I guess this one is slightly above it is a few cents, which over 10% here. So. Yeah, just a nice setup here. I just absolutely did not get executed, but that's fine. Then the rest of the day, I just didn't want to trade it. Just not really that nice. GVSI, hieroglyphics. In the beginning, no setup there. I really wanted to trade. It's made a doji. Just nothing nice. HTZ, GQ. This one was another one. I wasn't there for this one, I think, because I was just looking at GGII. And this one doesn't have really that much range. I mean, 543 to 573. That's not much in terms of percentage, but it does trade with a lot of volume, so that is helpful in that sense that people can trade larger sizes, I guess, but nothing there. INCC, this one, unfortunately, and I learned from that. I'm gonna start using this right here. I kind of learned a bit on how to make alerts. I'm gonna every good trader that's made a decent amount of money has alerts, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to not get into alerts. I've thought about it a few times, but if I'm gonna pay for stocks to trade, I might as well use it. It's not just for the biggest percent gainers, nice and easy to look at, really. But I need to start using this for alerts, and I think that can work very nicely. This is when I could have had an entry right here. When it was dropping towards that VWAP level and it held, I could have considered a buy there, and it worked out. I had a nice spike from 50 to 60, so that's a 20% move right there, best case scenario. Lots of range to make mistakes and still make money. I need to just start using that tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, I'll be using alerts if I see a stock that I'm interested in, something like this maybe. Although it wasn't too ideal because it was a second day, but some kind of a buy towards VWAP for a strong, run towards the close. Would have sold in here. I wouldn't have held at this last part because that's something I've noticed. Some of these, when they don't work out, they fade very harshly. So just gonna keep getting better so I don't miss setups in that sense. LTNC, Nothing I wanted to trade. I was considering it for a buy, but you know, it still finished green. Just didn't really like the price action at the end. If this would have been at any other price level, I wouldn't have mind maybe considering a buy into here, right? And then once it's putting up higher lows, so here's a low, higher low, and then, you know, a double bottom, I would have maybe considered a buy, right? But the issue is that this thing is playing around that super important 3 cents level. So I just really, you know, 3 cents was, you know, I tried here, failed, right? Tried here, got past it for a little bit, but then it rejected it. Then here it got slightly above it, rejected. Then it got past 3 cents for real. A few times morning panic bounce play setups, I'm gonna guess we're here, maybe some in the afternoon. This one just slightly below. No, this one got to slightly above 3. 3 was an important level. This one, it didn't even get that close to 3. So just an overall important level, and then it kind of cracked it right here. And it's been choking ever since. And now we're getting that spike, so maybe it can spike and try holding 3. But right now it closed under 3. It's just a super important level. That's why I'm not really in that trade right here. If I have to guess, it's going to be, you know, it's going to finish green the next day or something, or do some kind of a run-up, but I highly doubt it. At least I just don't think that's going to be the case, but it totally can. Just going to call it off right here. Overall, a good trading day. You know, I wasn't just looking at stocks, I was looking at crypto, and maybe I'll start doing commentary on my crypto stuff, but it's not perfect. I still have a lot to learn there, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep getting better. You know, maybe in another world I was executed here with GGII, and hopefully in the other world I actually sold above VWAP. So that's one thing I have to keep getting better in. I'm thankful that there's still opportunities. I hope I can start getting better at it, maybe to nail at least one of these morning panic bounce plays and sell above VWAP before they just stop working or something. Just have to keep getting better, and I'll have to start using alerts because I've been an idiot not using them.